So this is the new Babolat Pure Aero 98 2026. Am I gonna win Grand Slam just like Alcaraz? Maybe not. But you guys wanna know how it plays? Here we go. What is going on, guys, and welcome to another video. I know I'm a little bit late, but I really wanted to give this one for you guys. So what we have today, the Pure Aero 98 2026. So what did Babolat did with this racket? They actually changed the geometry of the shaft. So basically it would cut through the wind better, if I could say. So automatically this racket becomes more easier to whip. And I do have to say that it is true. Other technologies, guys, they have the NF2 tech, which is basically a technology that makes the racket softer. So when a racket is softer, technically it's more arm friendly. And as you guys may know, they actually changed the design of the throat. I don't know if you guys can see it clearly on this picture here, but it's actually thicker, or I should say like wider compared to the previous model. My guess is to make it more aerodynamics, but if you guys got a better explanation, feel free to let me know. And just like the previous generation, they also use the FSI spin technology, guys, which is basically spin grommets that increases string movement. So basically when the string moves more, you would get more spin. And we all know that the Pure Aeros are a spin racket. So for me, guys, on Groundstroke, not gonna lie, I kind of had like mixed feeling with this one. I was expecting a similar plow through as the previous version. And what I mean by that, I was expecting it to have less resistance when I'm going through the ball, if that makes sense, because I had a little bit more weight behind it. But I didn't quite get it with this one, unfortunately. It's not a bad racket at all, except for me, I was missing a little bit of the weight in the head of the racket that the previous model had. So for the new Pure Aero 98, you want the good news or the bad news? Okay, I'll give you the good news. It's different than the 2023 model. Very different, feeling-wise, for me for now. It doesn't have the same plow through that the previous one had. What I mean is like, it's missing a little bit of weight here. For me, as I'm hitting. Does it launch as much as the other one? No. Do I generate the same amount of power as the other one? No. Slice works good. It still gives you top spin. I'm still trying to figure out if I go flat, if it goes well. So far it's 50-50, but it's only the beginning. I'll keep going. So yeah, maybe some of you guys already tried this version, or you are still debating whether you should give it a try or not. But Babolat really did something different with this racket here compared to the previous one. Even though specs wise, they're kind of like the same, they are not the same. They do not play the same, at least in my opinion. This one, it's definitely more whippy than the previous one. So if that is something that sounds appealing to you, you really should enjoy this. And for me, guys, just like I said, the launch angle was not that high, like at least in my case. I do understand why Babolat would make a racket like this, because I think it could be more accessible to a bigger crowd. Since the previous one, you kind of had to have a good level of play to play with it consistently, in my opinion. But I don't think it should be an issue with this one. On the other hand, my forehand, direction-wise, was getting better and better as the playtest went on. I did struggle with depth, but that could be something that can be fixed with strings and possibly customization if needed. So if we take a look at the specs, guys, so as you can see, the only difference that there is that the swing weight is a little bit higher. But from what I experienced with this playtest, it was not the case. But if you guys got a different opinion, feel free to let me know down below. And for that playtest, I chose a soft and controllable string, so I went with the Polytour Pro, the blue version, because it's a little bit more muted. The yellow version is a little bit more livelier. and I strung it at 53 pounds. But if I had to string it again, I would probably use a stiffer string at a lower tension. So, Pure Aero 98, forehand side. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, it's just okay for me, for now. I mean, I prefer the previous version, more plow through, a bit unstable if it's coming like really fast. That's what I feel so far. The launch angle, for me, it's not that high. So can I create spin? Yes, but it's not like in a great amount, if that makes sense, for now. Maybe that's just me. So far, average, but I'm going to try the backhand side. On the backhand side, it felt very whippy. So if you're looking for a headlight racket for your one-hander, this one would be an option. As for me, well, I should say, like, recently I have been using racket with a little bit more weight in the head, as I feel I get better control with them in general. Maybe I get a little bit like less of a whip effect, but I guess that's a trade-off that you can make, or you have to make sometimes. Again, I had like a hard time always centering my impact with the ball, as I felt like whenever I was out of the sweet spot, like the ball became like dead, like I was losing like a lot of power. But again, strings do play a big part of this racket, so a different string could be a solution. One other thing that I found challenging with this racket was driving through the ball, as opposed to going, or I should say brushing down to up, which I think for me, the Pure Aeros are more made for that kind of trajectory, as I had the same kind of experience with the previous one as well. So, the Pure 98 on the backhand. Mixed feelings. It doesn't have the plow through that I like. So it's very maneuverable, except when I want to really like hit one like hard, I can't. I mean, whenever I hit it like close to the frame, it's like the power dies automatically. There's not like, maybe I can keep it in. You can keep it in the court, but the power dies completely. That's why the swing weight, it's weight dispersed in the head, sometimes helps you with it. The second thing, even with the previous model, I did not like it on my one-hander. The reason why is because this racket is made, I think, more, sorry guys, I got like sweat my eyes, more for an up, down to up movement. Like, and this one is kind of like the same. When I want to go through the ball, I just can't generate pretty much anything. Maybe some of you guys can. I had the same feeling with the previous one. It's made more for an down to up movement through the ball. I've always struggled. So that's what I have so far. The slice does work though. Slice is nice. Forehand on this side here is better. It's way more control than the previous one. And even though the previous one I thought was control, this one is even more. So I'm not done yet. On volleys, again, it was okay. I know that it might sound like a broken record, but it was missing a little bit of the weight in the head to make me feel like I was in control of my volleys. Direction-wise though, it was good. I could literally place my volleys anywhere I wanted to, which was nice, and I felt like the ball was spending a little bit more time in the string bed. At least that's the feeling I got. Is it a good thing or a bad thing? Well, I guess that depends on what you like as a feeling. If I had a fast ball coming to me, it would actually absorb it pretty well also. Touch volleys were good too. Nice absorption there as well when it came of hitting those shots. I personally think that the previous version was superb at the net, but this one, not too bad. Okay, so volleys at the net, it's okay. It's weight missing in the head. There is some stability, but it's not like the other one. I remember the other one at the net was a gift. This one, it needs customization. Maybe that's just me. But this is what I've been noticing so far. Even overheads, it's okay. I mean, I feel like the contact, the sweet spot is small. That's what I feel like. Even though the string pattern is pretty like open, average, you know. It doesn't sail too much. It's hard to close volley, but hey, maybe a different string, maybe getting more used to it could help, but this is what I noticed so far. On serve, this racket was really good for me. Pretty much all the serve were good with this one. Even because it's a 16-20 string pattern, the slide serve was super effective. And because it is more whippier than the previous version, it was very easy generating racket head speed with it. I was struggling a little bit with the kick serve, meaning try to make the ball jump off the ground, but that could be just my technique, obviously. I feel like even if your serve is not your strong suit per se, this racket could actually help you because of its attributes and maneuverability. So if you like the previous version but just wish it was a little bit more whippier, give this one a try. So there you have it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope everything in there was fun and entertaining for you. If it did, feel free to give me a like. Also guys, if you got any questions or comment regarding this racket or any other rackets, feel free to let me know down below. It will be my pleasure answering them. Till next time, and remember guys, you got this.